Hi Amy, today I would like to share with you some topics that I actually learned about how China became Chinese, one brief history about language acquisition and evolution of language, and inspired in the book, the amazing book, Still, Germs and Guns. So first of all, we need to put all in context of how human civilizations evolve. Out of the 6 largest populations in the world are melting pots. I mean, they have hundreds of languages and cultures. But recently, those largest nations acquired political unification, but they still have hundreds of languages and cultures inside of the countries. Today, China shows off a monolithic in various aspects like political, language, and culture. All thanks the early political unification in 221 BC and since then. It means that China never had lots of diversity, not so fast. This united of China is amazing and unique in history of civilization. But it is not genetic. Specifically, we talk about genetic difference between North and South people in China. North Chinese is like Tibetans and Nepalese, while South Chinese is very close to Vietnamese and Philippines. Where this difference comes from? Actually, North and South of China is different, shows big difference in climate and environment. And North is dry and cold, while South is hot and wet. Genetic difference in the people living North and South that arise in this environment require a long time of moderate isolation of those people. How these people, North and South, after all, ended with the same language and very close culture? This is a big question. Europe, for example, have 40 languages, very different language, like Greek to German to English and Portuguese. And this variety of language are developed around 18,000 years. China showed one big language, the Mandarin, and other 7 small languages like Miao, Yao. But China have a long history of 300,000 of years. It's a big difference when we compare with Europe history. And so what happens with thousands of languages that must have arisen in China during this long period? This is other big question. This paradox shows us that China, it is already gone diversified one day, like all other nations. The explain is that China was unified very early, put together people in North and South, and eliminate some small language and cultures. That is a big hug for you. Bye bye.